It seems like each day that goes by, more and more Steamboat Willie inspired horror movies get announced, and that holds true to today because we got yet another look at another Steamboat Willie horror movie. This one is titled Mouseboat Massacre, and today we got some exclusive first looks, and honestly, I'm kind of hoping that this one is the one that I've been waiting on. I'm hoping that this one is the movie that actually takes something kind of seriously, and I'm hoping we get a really gritty and nasty feel and a good slasher in this movie. By the looks of these pictures that we got, I'm assuming that's what we're getting, but we're going to dive into it and we're going to talk about it today. So welcome back to the channel. My name is Haydxn, and today we are talking about the brand new Mouseboat Massacre that is currently in production and will be releasing very soon. So without further ado, go ahead and grab yourself a snack and a drink, sit tight, and let's get into it. So the news of this brand new Mouseboat Massacre movie dropped on Bloody Disgusting just a couple of days ago, and I wanted to film a video on it, but I figured I would wait and just dissect as much as possible so I can make a full-length video and not just show you guys like 2 pictures and then be done. But reading the article over on Bloody Disgusting, it says the filmmaking team behind Mouseboat Massacre tells Bloody Disgusting that Mouseboat Massacre paints a terrifying and unsettling picture, a slasher horror film that takes a beloved childhood icon and twists it into something nightmarish. And the basic premise on Bloody Disgusting as well reads that this story follows a young woman battling a drug addiction who suddenly begins to see a mutated mouse-human hybrid who infests her life. Those around her are beginning to drop like flies. So upon reading this for the first time and understanding what it is, you might assume that this is going to be part of the Twisted Childhood universe with the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey movies, as well as Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, but this actually isn't in that timeline and it's not a part of that series at all. This is just yet another independent Steamboat Willie horror movie that we are getting. Now, we already had Mousetrap, which failed and it was very unsuccessful in the eyes of people, and then we have Screamboat that is coming out featuring David Howard Thornton as Steamboat Willie, but now this is yet another one to look forward to, if you're a fan of this type of thing, of course. The director says this film is a psychotic journey where the audience won't have a moment to catch their breath. Imagine Pennywise wearing the most famous rat mask, unleashing chaos in an atmosphere thick with eerie and unsettling tension. After watching Mouseboat Massacre, these iconic ears will never feel the same. The aim is to make sure that what once brought comfort will now haunt your dreams. So it is refreshing that the director of this movie is stating that they want to make something that people are genuinely scared of, because like I said, with the Jagged Edge productions like Winnie the Pooh and Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare stuff, a lot of people never really took that too seriously. That was until Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 released, which was actually a creepy movie. But a lot of people never really take that stuff seriously. And like I think with the new Screamboat movie coming out, I think it's going to be more of a horror comedy thing as well. I don't think it's going to be meant to be taken as seriously. But this looks like they want to genuinely creep people out and scare people. So I'm assuming this is going to be a very scary version of the Steamboat Willie character. Looking at some images here, this first one that we are taking a look at, we can see Steamboat Willie on a dock and then a couple of small boats next to him. You can't see much due to the shadows or the lighting of the picture, but they're kind of marketing this as a mutated mouse-human hybrid. I don't really think it looks anything like a hybrid. I think it kind of just looks like a slasher in a mouse mask. So I'm not sure if maybe they just did that for the little premise or if that's the route that they're going, but this doesn't look like a hybrid at all. It just looks like a person in a mask. And then this picture here gives us a better close-up look. You can actually see the face of the Steamboat Willie character. We can see that he's wearing some coveralls. In this last picture that we got here, we see Steamboat Willie holding what looks to be some sort of sharp object and then a can of gasoline, I'm assuming. It looks like there's lighting behind him, but it could very well be some sort of fire that he started with the can of gasoline that he's currently holding in his hand. And it looks like he is stalking a victim here. This might be the woman that they talked about in the premise where she's battling drug addiction. I'm not entirely sure. But from the pictures, we can basically assume that majority of this movie takes place on a boat or on a dock for the boats, or just this part in the woods here. So after taking a look at all of this, we can definitely expect something that we haven't seen as far as it goes with the Steamboat Willie stuff yet. Like I said, the director and the people behind this movie are talking like they want to make a genuinely scary and creepy slasher version of Steamboat Willie. That's something that we haven't been able to see. Honestly, we haven't seen much Steamboat Willie at all, just anyways in general. You know, the Steamboat Willie that we've seen, we had the Mousetrap movie, we have Screamboat coming out soon. We haven't really seen too much in terms of this character yet. But I'm sure this will be a very good addition to the Steamboat Willie horror movies that we're getting. It seems like we're getting a new one announced like every other day. So I'm hoping that this one actually is able to pull something off and make something memorable out of it. Hopefully people aren't looking at this one like a joke, because it seems like they want to take this very seriously and make a genuinely good movie. So if that is the case, then you definitely don't want to miss Mouseboat Massacre. There is no official release date on this movie yet, and like I said, this is the first and only exclusive looks that we have even gotten at the movie so far, so there's not a lot of details. But now, since you've watched this video, you kind of have a heads up for when this movie does eventually get announced for release and when it does eventually come out. You guys will definitely have to be sure to comment down below and let me know what you think about this Mouseboat Massacre movie. Are you excited for it? Do you think it's going to be a success, or do you think it's going to be yet another failure for horror movies that try to make childhood icons into slashers? Let me know all of your thoughts down below, and if you did enjoy this video, then please be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you're going to subscribe to the channel, then you might as well click that notification bell as well, because it is literally right there next to that subscribe button. My name is Haydxn. It was an absolute pleasure having you here on the channel, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. Peace!